done gave the chance too many years that I won't get back. And I swear I done shed too many tears for niggas that I won't get back. Yeah, I got niggas in the graveyard, niggas in the state yards. I swear not a day goes by that I don't think about the times. I wish that I could rewind.
You seen the score, man. You seen Xavier's reaction. Absolute disgrace. Absolute blowout. The kid is not happy. He doesn't want to be here anymore. And when we caught up with him, this is what he had to say. Xavier, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. So, you walked off the field just a little bit upset last game. Can you tell us what that was all about? Yeah, so, basically, man, I'm tired of playing for this coach. I can't do it. This team is playing with no heart out there. Nobody wants to make plays. Everybody's playing uninspired. Everybody's just going through the motions. This organization is a joke. I'm ready to go. Hopefully by the end of this season they find somewhere to trade me or release me. But I refuse to play for this team next season unless some things drastically change. I'm tired of this, man. Now, those comments did not go unheard by the front office, and the animosity actually carried over to the next game against the Detroit Lions, as Xavier was pulled early for cussing out the defensive coordinator. As you see here, we went down once again to the Detroit Lions in overtime. These are the stats of the game. Xavier was pulled in the first quarter after only about 15 snaps. He did end the game with 3 tackles, but the organization definitely made a statement, and they let Isaiah know that he's a rookie. He does not call the shots, and he is the low man on the totem pole, regardless of what his stats are. Now, the team did not give up that many rushing yards, and the organization could fire back and say that Xavier is the problem and that he's the reason why we cannot stop the run. So now Xavier has to come out next game and fight harder than ever just to prove to them that he's the man that needs to be on the field. Now, here we are checking in here after the bye week, week 10, taking on the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Xavier has a lot to prove this game after being benched our last game out there against the Detroit Lions. He is not too pleased, and he's going to show the organization that he is the man that they are looking for. He is the draft pick that they should have chosen. Now, as you see both teams here on the sidelines getting ready, but we're going to pick up here. First drive of the game, 1st and 10 on the 25 after the touchback. Bortles goes deep to his receiver, but it is picked off. Jonathan Joseph comes down with an interception on the first play of the game. Our offense is finally able to put up 7 on the boards, baby. 7-0 lead here early in the first as we are harassing the hell out of Blake Bortles here today. Got a pick there. Next play after that, we get in and hit him right there in his mouth. Get up underneath his chin, and Xavier almost bats down that pass to Mercedes Lewis there, as you see her on the replay. Just missed it, just a little bit too slow. Later on in the drive here, on a 45, hand off to Chris Ivory. Xavier and company are able to finally bring him down. Xavier's on a mission. He said he's going to get at least double-digit tackles here today. As you see him just missing Blake Bortles. Still putting a hit on him. Bortles definitely felt that hit, as you see it there. Put the helmet right up under his chin strap. That man is out here on a mission. 3rd and 12 on the 36. Need one more stop. Pass over the middle. Once again, the receiver is brought down. The defense bends but does not break. We only end up giving up 3 points there. Still have a 10-3 lead at the beginning of the second here. Hand off to Chris Ivory, and he is gang tackled by the crew. Brought down after a gain of 7 on the 43 now. 2nd and 3, still up 10-3, but what is Xavier doing? He's just a little bit too antsy, and he ends up jumping off sides, giving the Jaguars free yardage. Free yards is something that cannot be done. Boneheaded mistake. Got to shake it off. 2nd and 6 here on the 35. Play action pass from Bortles, and Xavier lays him the hell out. 3rd and 3 here. One more stop, and the offense actually does false start. That is going to take them back, as they're going to lose yards on that play, and that makes this third down just a little bit more difficult for them to pick up. As you see here, 3rd and 8 on the next play. 3rd and 7, Bortles back. He cannot find anybody open. Everybody's pretty locked up. He has to end up throwing it away. Here, they're going to kick the field goal. It's up, but it's absolutely shanked here in the Florida rain and wind as we do remain up 7 points, 10-3. Josh Scobie missing that kick there. Offense had to end up punting it on back. Did not do anything with it. Still up 10-3. Hand off to Chris Ivory, and Xavier over pursues. Blake Bortles gets out and gets the first down as he's eventually brought down at the 20-yard line. Xavier was in the backfield, but he was just a little bit too quick there. As you see him coming on this next play, absolutely leveling Chris Ivory. That young man did not have a chance. Way to put your shoulder in his chest as you see the big hit there. 2nd and 12 here as we're approaching the 2-minute warning. Blake Bortles cannot find his receiver down the sidelines there. Ball is a little wet and a little slick today, so that ball might have just gotten away from him. 3rd and 12 here. We need a big stop to get our offense back the ball. Bortles back. He has plenty of time, but he is finally brought down by J.J. Watt, the man, the myth, the legend, the best defensive player in the NFL. Gets his first sack of the ball game right there. Bortles is back later on in this drive in the second quarter, but he is brought down once again by Quentin Demps. 2nd and 14 here. Approaching a minute left here in the second quarter. Bortles does find Mercedes Lewis across the middle, but he is short of the first down. 3 yards to be exact. Minute 1 left. Bortles back to pass again, and he's unable to find a receiver there in the end zone, as we are going to force them to kick yet another field goal. That's exactly what we want to see here today. And Xavier has been living in the backfield as you see him here in the third quarter. Getting back there, putting a big hit on Chris Ivory. That is his 10th tackle for loss this season. As you see here on the replay, Chris Ivory did not have a chance as Xavier shot that A-gap. Let's go, baby. Trying to pull out a W here, especially here in the division. Bortles back again. Nobody is open. He's lurking, and he cannot find anybody as he eventually throws it away. We have caused this man to throw the ball away quite a few here today. He throws it over to Walters, and Xavier brings him down well short of the first down. And it looks like the Jaguars are going to have to settle for 3 yet again here. Now, once again, our offense cannot do too much with the ball. Only got a field goal. Picking up here on defense on the 2nd-yard line. Trying to get the safety here on Chris Ivory as he is able to muscle his way out of the end zone there as he's brought down right there at the line of scrimmage. As you see the passing yards today for both offenses, not too great, not too pretty. So it's basically going to be an ugly game. Who could do what as we bring down the ball carrier, T.J. Yeldon, once again on 3rd down, bringing up forcing them to punt. 7:05 left here in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars are driving. Xavier gets double teamed, but he's still able to put a hit on Bortles. But what is that? The Jaguars receiver Walters was able to bring down a big catch. Blake Bortles hung in there to make the throw, even though Xavier put a hit on him, as you see. Number 81 here going up top there on Jonathan Joseph. Bortles wanted to show that pick was a fluke, and it actually worked out. 2nd and 3 here. 5:50 left in the fourth quarter on our 9-yard line, and Chris Ivory gets through the pile and ends up rumbling into the end zone for the Jaguars' first score of the game. But we do end up answering back as we have a 4-point lead up 20-16 here in the fourth. Let's go defense. We need one more stop. Bortles back surveying the field. He just gets it over Xavier's head. I was killing the triangle button. Madden just would not let me be great. They refused to let me do great things. As you see Bortles flushed out the pocket here. And he is going to pick up what looks to be the first down and finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Jaguars need a touchdown here to take the lead. Hopefully we can just keep them here in field goal range as Bortles off to the races again, but he's eventually brought down by our boy Pleasant, who has 1.5 sacks here today. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 13. Outside the red zone, he finds Mercedes Lewis, but Simon and Xavier were able to bring him down short of the first down. 3rd and 5 here. They're finally inside the red zone. He hands the ball off to T.J. Yeldon, who then picks up a big first down. Horrible play calling there by the defensive coordinator. Exactly what Xavier is so pissed off about playing with this fucking team. Xavier gets in there, gets a big sack on the quarterback. He did not even have a chance to hand the ball off. Like I said, this kid has been playing like a monster, showing that he's who needs to be in the game. But Blake Bortles is able to find his fullback here for a touchdown, and that is going to end up being the game. It was not even close. I'm sorry. It was close here throughout. Very close game, very hard fought. As you see in Xavier there, he said things had to drastically change in order for him to want to still be here and be a part of this organization. As the Texans fall to the Jaguars by 3 points. Another heartbreaking loss for the Texans here today. Seemed to be just the story of our lives, the story of our seasons. But as you see here with Xavier in the game, they were able to stop the run. Chris Ivory only averaged 2.6 yards a carry. But they diced this up in a passing game, that's for sure. But you see Xavier here, 11 total tackles. Appreciate you guys for coming to check out my channel. Make sure to smack that like button. And if you're new, smack yourself and subscribe. Uncle Sam's Reject, ArcadeGames.com. I'm out this bitch. Peace.